Hey, hey, lyrical minds, and welcome back to another episode of Lyrical Reflection. I am super excited and proud because we made it to episode 4. Woot, woot. Toot your horn, toot your horn. And I am hoping you are enjoying this lyrical journey just as much as I am. So far, we've talked about healing through betrayal, the importance of self love and self worth, and just being able to tune into our emotions using lyrics from different songs. So today, let's dive into the soulful song Hurt You by the legendary Toni Braxton and Babyface. And if you haven't heard this song, definitely go listen to it because this song takes us on a journey through love, betrayal, and the painful process of finding forgiveness. Now, before we go into this song, I have to share a story as it relates to why I enjoy digesting and reflecting with songs. So, I was at a retreat recently and we did some karaoke. I absolutely love to karaoke because when I am down and out, getting that karaoke mic just gets me back to where I want to be. It's like a let out for me, like a release moment. And it's kind of like, I would say, going to the gym, right? So at this retreat, we were all singing the song by Boys to Men, End of the Road. I'm shaking my head already. But then a few of us, including myself, realized that no one knew that the song was about being cheated on and heartbroken by a woman. Oh my gosh. Don't laugh. So I honestly thought that this song was about grieving a death because this song was normally played at funerals or uh, during a graduation ceremony, you know, ending that phase of life, going to the next phase. But I honestly didn't think it was about grieving a relationship. Oh gosh. How many of you knew that song was about infidelity and the struggle of letting go of a relationship? If you did, go ahead and shoot me a DM on Instagram at Reflect with Yvette if you knew the true meaning of that song. I had to share that because this is the important to listen to the lyrics. So back to the song by Toni Braxton and Babyface, Hurt You. You know and remember, I have been transparent these past episodes reflecting on my own experiences, my own stories, right? I'm going to share a little bit more of my own story. So get your tea, get your cup, whatever you got to get. This song resonates with me as I think of a time when I cheated towards the end of a 6-year relationship. And so, yes, you heard that right. I'm not perfect. And yes, I've experienced the pain of being cheated on. If you listen back to my first episode, yes, I was cheated on in my first relationship. And yes, I knew and know the pain all too well. But in this relationship, especially towards the end of it, at that moment, I felt like cheating was my only way out. I remember sitting on my couch, hoping and praying that someone would just swoop me away from this relationship. But because I lacked in communication and feared imperfection, I never told my ex how he was making me feel and how badly I no longer wanted to be in the relationship. It wasn't until I left and went out of town on my 30th birthday. This was after having an unhappy birthday celebration with my ex a week before leaving. That was when I met a man who treated me the way I always dreamed of being treated while in my 6-year relationship. I felt like this guy gave me a better view of what I deserved in a relationship and helped me to understand why I do the things I do and my true honest worth. One thing led to another, and yeah, I ended up hooking up with the guy. Like the chorus of Hurt You, when Toni Braxton sings in the verse, I knows I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to break your heart. Now, you know I love karaoke and I know I can't sing, so don't laugh, but you can't laugh. This is a verse that many of us would find heartbreaking, right? However, the overall truth reflected in these lines is that we all have the potential to make mistakes that sometimes we even regret doing, especially when it involves hurting other people, right? And I can honestly say I never meant to hurt my ex by cheating on him. No means necessary. I was just too afraid to leave. I was scared. Hey, Lyrical Minds, enjoying the show? Well, I've got some more for you. I want you to keep the healing and reflecting going in between episodes. So, make sure to download the Real Reflections Journal, a guided mindfulness meditation and reflective journaling experience. This journal is going to help you ditch the negative self talk and embrace a positive reality. I can't wait for you to get your hands on it. Grab yours now by clicking the link in the description box or head over to reflectwithyvette.com. Okay, back to the show. And it seemed like we were both trapped in this relationship, clinging to a relationship where we knew was not going to last much longer. So, see, you are not alone when it comes to holding on to things that no longer serves you. Yet every time I hear Babyface's verse, I did you wrong so many times, so I know why you crossed the line. Again, you can laugh, but you can't laugh. That reminded me of my ex's words after he found out that I had cheated on him. My ex told me he never dreamed I'd cheat on him. And when he found out, he became so angry and so hurt that he destroyed some things in my house. But that's another story within itself, and I'll share that in the future. Haven't we all been in relationships, friendships, or even jobs, careers where we knew it was time to let go? But that pride and that fear, those two, they like to get and hold us back, leaving us both hoping and praying for change, just like Toni Braxton and Babyface's lyrics reflected. It took a lot of self reflecting after the end of that relationship. I had never, ever cheated before, and it made me question who I was. I was lost and confused. And the guilt and the shame was so overwhelming for me that I started to not love myself. But then at the same time, I felt a whole new sense of freedom when when that relationship was over. And I love the words of this song as it has grabbed my attention because it's so transparent. You can see the emotions that are presented in this song, right? This album is a rare gift in the world of music because Babyface and Toni Braxton, they let us into their private spaces, right? And this has shown us that being vulnerable is a dance that demands grace and bravery. And when we listen to the lyrics in this song, it shows a whole new level of vulnerability, which goes beyond the surface level, right? This song is not just about love and heartbreak. It's about letting everyone see you as who you really are, the flaws and all. And looking back, I can recall a time when I found it difficult to allow myself to be vulnerable. I know I'm a therapist. Yeah, I know I'm a coach, but it was hard for me too. And every person must go through the process of coming out of their shell. And overall, that is exactly what Babyface and Toni Braxton, that's what they accomplished in this masterpiece song, right? Again, if you haven't heard it, definitely go listen now or after this episode. But Toni Braxton's soulful voice adds a whole nother level to this vulnerability. Her delivery is more like a conversation or a personal revelation than any traditional song. And this makes us feel like we're listening in on a private conversation. This level of realness is not just rare, but it's a gift. Artists connects with their audience more deeply when they show vulnerability, right? And that is exactly why I am so open to sharing with you all and taking you on my journey with the lyrics of songs. Because we take comfort in the fact that challenges are shared by others, even those who are in the spotlight, right? And it can make you feel free. Like for me, this song became a sanctuary for me. It's like a place where I could include myself in the beauty of vulnerability. It served as a reminder that being authentic is a strength and it's not a weakness. So get that out of your head. Being vulnerable is a strength, and it's the truest form of connection we can offer to ourselves and others. So as we continue to explore the layers of Hurt You, I invite you to reflect on your own journey of vulnerability. Have there been moments when you've opened your heart, shared your truth, and felt the weight of authenticity? I am hoping that you take away just one thing from this song, Hurt You. Just one thing. And that is when you begin to reflect, forgive, and heal yourself, those trust issues you had will begin to decrease. They will start to subside. And you'll feel more secure in yourself and in your relationships. Forgiving yourself is the first path to freedom from guilt and shame. That is exactly what I had to do for myself and what I always encourage my clients to do as well. The moment you heal and forgive yourself is the moment you begin to heal and forgive others. So I want to leave you with a question to reflect on. When was the last time you asked yourself for forgiveness and also showed gratitude for being more compassionate towards yourself? I just want you to reflect on that. So take your time, write it down on a piece of paper. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Lyrical Reflections. If you've been through your own journey of healing and forgiveness, or if you have thoughts on this song Hurt You, connect with me on social media. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Reflect with Yvette and on Facebook at Yvette Howard. So please remember, your story is valuable and your path to healing is worth sharing. Stay tuned for the next episode as we continue exploring the empowering messages hidden within the songs we love. And remember, forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. Until next time, keep growing, reflecting, and shining.